Okay, what's going on, everybody? My name is Mangg. Today we are playing this little unknown gem, Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. This will mark my third Let's Play of Skyrim, which would make it my most Let's Played game, I guess. But I mean, you know, there is something special about Skyrim. Not vanilla Skyrim, of course. That would be... There's not a whole lot special about that game. But modded Skyrim, well, that's where things get interesting. And that's what keeps me coming back to Skyrim, like, year after year since release. People are still just cranking out mod after mod and new areas, new quests, new mechanics, new spells, you know, anything you can imagine. People are fornicating inside of Skyrim. It's crazy. We're not gonna have any of that, but I felt inspired to do another modded playthrough of Skyrim. The one that I did last time was part of my series playthrough, where I played through every game in the Elder Scrolls series. And I don't think I went too crazy with the mods for that playthrough. I remember there being some... I remember having... I think Ordinator was involved, and there was some spell mods. But overall, the goal of that playthrough back then was just to finish the main quest and not have just a vanilla game. This time, though... we're really going into the deep end of the modding world of Skyrim. Someone recently did a stream showing off the mod pack. They don't like that term, but the mod pack that we're going to be playing with, which is Living Skyrim. If you didn't catch that stream, that's all right. But there's a lot involved. I'm just going to load up our starting save. And we'll get into things. I'll start explaining. The goal of this playthrough, I suppose, is to finish the main quest, because that alone will take enough time. And I don't even know if we'll get to that point. So, if that doesn't happen, I'm not like... I'm not going to be broken up about it. But just to have something to focus on in the grand scheme of things, we're going to say the goal is to complete the main quest. In the process of that, however, there's a lot of things that we can do. There's a lot of side things that we'll do to sort of level up and grow stronger and grow better equipped and get money and blah, blah, blah. So, okay. So I can't remember for my last playthrough of this game that I did, if I did the vanilla start or not. I must have, like... Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, alright, so... There are many hundreds of mods involved in this setup. This is Living Skyrim as installed through Wabbajack, which is basically an automated mod installation program. People can set up mod lists, and Wabbajack will automatically download all the mods, install all the mods, configure all the mods for you. Does everything for you with basically the click of a button. Very nice, very handy. So this process that normally would have taken like 20 hours or so instead takes pretty much however long it takes you to download hundreds of mods. So it depends on your internet connection. But I'm not going to explain every mod involved here, but just going over a few of the notable ones. Just to give you a general idea of what's happening here. Stuff like archery gameplay overhaul. This completely overhauls how archery works, how arrows work. Some of it is aesthetic stuff, like how you hold the bow, in third person, or um, how the camera is when you're drawing an arrow. But there's also arrow wounds. So if you get hit with an arrow, there's a bleeding effect. But that also happens to NPCs if they get hit with arrows. We have arm fatigue turned off. So with this on, if you hold your bow for too long, drawn for too long, you start to lose stamina and stuff. You can also enchant arrows with magic if you build up your enchanting. So, we'll get to the build discussion in a bit, but we could go with sort of a magic archer and go into enchanting, alteration, archery. I don't know. So that's that. If we don't even go into archery, that doesn't matter too much, except for the fact that we'll get bleeding if we get hit with arrows, which, we're going to get hit with arrows. Apocalypse spells has a whole bunch of spells. Attribute values, we'll get to that in a second. Basically, at character creation, you get a number of attribute points that you assign to different attributes that determine your health, your melee damage, your carrying capacity, your magic of regeneration, your crit chance, things like that. Class overhaul, similar thing. We will actually have a dedicated class that gives us unique abilities as we level up. We won't get to decide that right away at Care Gen. That's a little bit later, but it is going to be important that we have a specific build in mind right away. Deadly dragons, diverse dragons. This makes dragons more deadly and more diverse. So it's pretty fascinating. If you go to diverse dragons, you can see all the different types of dragons that have a potential to be in your game. Primal dragons, necromantic dragons, lunar dragons, forest dragons. Very cool stuff. Some of these are turned off because they're just lame or broken or whatever, but still, this is plenty of variety. We won't get to see dragons for a while, but they're going to be cool. Follower framework. Followers are going to be fairly important. We're definitely going to pick up a couple. Some of them are like special followers that have voice lines and are much more unique. So we'll probably look for those. But there's also pretty much any NPC you encounter or any generic NPC you encounter, you can pay to add to your party. They're not very special. They're very generic, but it allows you to have up to 10 followers at any given time, which is pretty cool. You can have your own little army. Forgotten Magic, more magic. Genesis Unleashed. This makes... between this and some other mods, basically Living Skyrim adds a fuck ton more things, and a fuck ton more animals, monsters, and people into the world. So every enemy encounter that we have is going to be significant. There's going to be a lot of things involved. A bandit camp might have 30 bandits in it. A bandit dungeon might be just filled with them, rather than just a handful. So this is mainly where sort of the difficulty of this mod list comes into play. It's not by itself super uber difficult. You're not going to get one shot really, but there's just a lot of combatants involved usually. Yeah, there's a lot of minor stuff. Eye equip is really good. Some people don't like this. I really like it. I think it's awesome. It's a far more convenient way of having quick slots and rotating through your different equipment in combat, switching from sword and shield to bow to spells with your consumables and your shout. It's all, you'll see it in action. It's pretty cool. Legacy of the Dragonborn. This, we might not even really touch upon that much, but basically it's this entire museum that you can contribute all sorts of books and weapons and artifacts to, and we'll be finding, unique artifacts throughout the world. That adds a lot of interesting, unique items to the game world. There's some quest lines in there, so that's pretty cool. Master of Disguise, this lets us disguise ourselves as different faction members. So if we put on Imperial armor, we are treated as an Imperial soldier by other NPCs. If we dress as a Forsworn, we are treated as a Forsworn by any other NPC. So there's pros and cons to having disguises. This is natural character growth, something, development, or something like that. So when you level up, you don't get to gain a bonus for health, magic, or stamina like normal. Instead, these stats level up the more that you use them, much like skills. So the more magicka that you use, whenever any of these traits are not full, they will slowly tick up in their maximum number. So the more time you spend at less than full health, the more max health you'll eventually gain. And carry weight works similarly, but I don't know exactly. It's just a growth over time for all four of them. We have Ordinator for perks again, because Ordinator's great. Some people really like the lightweight stuff that does not impact, doesn't give you any crazy special abilities and is closer to vanilla, but I like the crazy special abilities. Vitality mode is our needs mod, tracking your food, your hunger, your thirst, and your fatigue. It's not a major thing. It's not like I need or something where if you don't eat every few hours you'll die or something like that. It's mostly going to be, if we really ignore it, it's bad, but most of the time we can keep it up and it'll actually give us benefits for doing so. There's a lot of other things, but everything else we can pretty much explain as we go. All right, so let's start with our race and our gender. So as you can see, all of the skills here are way lower. Not way lower, but they are lower than vanilla would be. All your skills are going to start pretty low. And everything not listed here starts at 1. So we really need to decide right now what our build is going to be. And, the world's our oyster. There's a lot of choices. I definitely want magic to be involved because I hate ignoring magic and I just tend to play magic users. I'm kind of leaning towards just a dedicated wizard. Maybe with destruction and illusion. So maybe we'll be rocking Dunmer. They also get alchemy, which I like. They also get alteration, which I like. I'm feeling like that could be pretty fun. I think that's not far off from what I did in the last recorded playthrough. But illusion magic, I ignored for many years. But I learned in a Requiem playthrough that illusion magic can be very good. But I think you need the destruction to back it up just a little bit. Just in certain situations. Alchemy could be pretty fun for like throwing grenades. Alteration for some mage armor and stuff. That's what I'm thinking of right now. Yeah. So we'll rock that. As for gender, male characters level up their skills faster. Female characters level up their character level faster. Ultimately, our skills are going to level up pretty quickly on their own. Because pretty much everything we do levels up our skills. Whereas not everything we do levels up our level. and only discovering things and completing quests will level up our actual level. So getting a bonus there is good, and I just tend to prefer playing as female characters, even though it's first person. And since it's first person, we're not gonna bother with too much character creation here. Sure. This is who I want to be. Let's go with Taco Beat. All right. That's step one. We have our race. We have our gender. Now we can do our attributes. Okay. We are going to be playing on expert difficulty because I think that's a decent medium point for us. All right, you know, it's really tough to balance with this many mods and this expansive of a game. It's tough to make everything balanced. But I think expert is going to be where we want to be, and we can always adjust it. So I'm also going to go with expert for attribute points just to be totally fair. We have strength, fortitude, endurance, intelligence, wisdom, perception, agility, dexterity, charisma, and luck. Each one of these attributes modifies 3 different traits, such as your max health and your melee damage, or your carry capacity, or your fall damage, or your crit chance, and reward multiplier, things like that. We don't have a lot of points to throw around, and we definitely need our magicka to be healthy. So let's bring intelligence up to 114. Let's bring wisdom up to 114. Or to 14. Gosh. Then just look over everything else. Probably, we definitely need some... I mean, if we neglect carrying capacity at base level, it's going to be rough. Let's bring that up to 9. And then... Okay, I mean, I want some luck. But let's just get 100% base health. You know, level out your health a little bit. Charisma, I don't... Probably not terrible to keep that. Let's get luck up to 10. And we'll bring intelligence up to 15 total. Is it ideal? Hard to say. Okay, there's our attribute points. Then we need to reflect to determine our starting bonus, our starting archetype, sort of. Whether we grew up studying combat, magic, stealth. Obviously, we're going to go with magic. And we get a plus 10 bonus to one of these skills. I think destruction's going to level up pretty quickly on its own. So we're going to go with illusion. I mean, we will see the power of illusion magic in this playthrough. Okay, then we are done with character creation. That's finished. So now we need to determine our start. This is through alternate start. We can start basically in pretty much any village or town that we want, or any hold. So we can start anywhere we want if we want to pick one of those options. But you can also start as a new member of a guild if you want to jump right into the Mages Guild, Thieves Guild, Companions. You can escape this cell, which is... I don't think it'll be that tough. In some other mods, it's very tough. But basically lets you unlock the door to this cell and fight some things on your way out, and then you get dumped off into the wilderness. An outlaw in the wilds, vigilant of Stendar, camping in the woods near Helgen, shipwrecked off the coast, so you start in an actual shipwreck. Vampire, if you want to start as a vampire. Necromancer, if you want to start as a necromancer in a sort of a necromancer's lair. Warlock's Thrall, attacked and left for dead, so you start with basically nothing. A refugee from Morrowind. This is obviously exclusive to Dunmer, and this puts you in Raven Rock if you want to jump right into that content, I guess. Or you can start in Windhelm, or a Guildmaster for the Explorers Society, which is the Legacy of the Dragonborn stuff, which is pretty cool. But I think to make things really fair, we're going to do surprise. I mean, this is what I usually do with alternate start. And we're just going to... I think it'll be interesting for a video, at least. Our goal is basically to get to Riverwood no matter what, but the starting nature of that could be interesting. Let's do it. All right. We started in the Thieves Guild. That's pretty interesting. Okay, I'm just letting everything tick. And there's a couple more things with the mods that I need to configure now. So I'm going to pause here. Okay. Should be all set now. So, okay. We're in the Thieves Guild. Which, for our character build, is not really ideal. But it's something. It's something we can potentially work on. It saves us some trouble just being here already, bypassing all the intro stuff. But, okay, we start with one spell, Flames, so we can pop that out. And we start with some basic leather gear, some food, some lockpicks, 10 potions of healing, and a steel dagger. Okay, so this lets you take a look at eye equip over there on the left side of the screen. Let us save first. So with eye equip, you have sort of a Dark Souls-esque menu. Except instead of being limited to like switching between 2 weapons in your right hand or, you know, 3 thing or whatever, your queues can get pretty big that you can flip between. So right now you can see it's very small. There doesn't, I mean, maybe there's a way in the config files I can make it bigger. I'll look into that next time. But it shows steel dagger in my left hand, flames in my right hand, 10 health potions in the quick slot there, and my current shout is something for Obsidian Weathers, because I don't have any other shouts. If I press the hotkey for right hand, it will switch to the next one in line, which is unarmed. If I switch it again, we can go back to Flames. If I do left hand, we can switch over to Steel Dagger. There you go. If I want unarmed in my left hand, switch to that. There you go. We can also press the consumable icon to switch through my different consumables, which right now is basically a healing potion or a green apple. That's eye equip. You can add just by clicking on anything. I think if I equip this in my right hand, it gets added to the right hand queue, and then it removes it from the left hand queue. But then if I, so you can do stuff like that. So adding stuff to the different queues is super easy. Removing stuff is a little bit more obnoxious. You actually have to go into this edit mode, manage queues for, say, your left hand, and then you can manually remove stuff or reorder stuff, blah, blah, blah. So if I don't want the steel dagger here, I could just do that. And then do that. there you go. So I equip, very cool. I like it a lot. It's very convenient. We also have it set up now so that if I am switching in combat, it also slows time a little bit, so it's not as much of a fluster. Now, leveling. So leveling, like I said, you can only gain levels by discovering new locations or by completing quests. You never gain any level experience from upgrading your skills or from killing enemies or anything like that. So, since a lot of mods like to do, like when you set up the mod or something like that, it completes a quest, or when we leave the prison, it completes a quest, or blah blah blah. Basically, we've already gained a couple levels. This is not a big deal. It's just kind of a nice little start. It lets us get a few perks right away. So like I said, our stats, magical health, stamina, are going to grow naturally as we play, but they couldn't get rid of this screen, so regardless of what you pick, it doesn't actually do anything. So there you go. Alright, so we're at level 4. That's good. We have 3 perks to slap around. We're going to start with Destruction. Illusion, of course. And for our third, we could go Alteration, or we could go Alchemy. I mean, we could go into anything, really. I mean, we could go into Speech. That wouldn't be the worst idea in the world. We're going to be selling a lot of stuff. But, yeah, all right, let's get our magic set up. There we go. Okay. Now, sometimes, yeah, all right. Okay, so we are level 4. We are all set up, and we're in the Thieves Guild. So let's talk to Brynholf.
I'm telling you, this one is different. Well, well, color me impressed, lass. I wasn't certain I'd ever see you again.
Yeah. Getting here was easy.
So, Theo, I want you to Kirava, do this right, and I can honestly, a word of warning though. Good. If you need any details on your marks, I'll be here. Now get going.
Alright. Now, I don't believe that we have access to the shortcut. Right? No. So, we're gonna have to manually leave, which is scary enough in its own right. Hopefully we don't run into too many issues. So, we are playing in ultra wide, as you probably can tell. And this is a very high-end mod list. And I'm running a pretty rough ENB. So, right now, indoors in this place, the performance is pretty good. But we're gonna see how it goes. Once we get outside, once things get a little bit more intense, if it starts tanking too much, I'll modify things. Also, there's gonna be nudity in this playthrough. If in naked corpses, if you remove their armor and stuff, they're gonna be nude with genitalia involved. Most mod lists seem to like nudity, and making it so it's never nude is an extra tricky process. So I have foregone that. If that bothers you, I apologize, but that's just life. Pick the sigh. Read this book. Here's a naked corpse that somehow has stuff on it. Um, Iron battle axe. I guess we'll take everything because we can sell it all once we get up top. Yeah, this is definitely the best looking mod list that you can get. It's about as good looking for Skyrim as I've ever seen. Now, that is somewhat subjective, especially with the E and B that I have. It's going to be very saturated. It's going to be very vivid, which I like, but that is a personal thing. I might as well take the trap. There we go. We got some traps. There you go. Get that destruction up. So yeah, this is it's not a difficulty mod. It's not Requiem. I think they said you're not really going to get one shot unless you're taking on something 10 levels or more higher than you, which I'm not inclined to do. But that doesn't mean it's going to be easy. All right, we got dudes. What about these traps I picked up? Okay. I'm in combat. Bullshit, I'm in combat. Yeah, now I'm probably in combat. Jesus. Okay. Well, that's a bummer. Like I said, it's not going to be easy. We will take better care to set up some traps this time. Take everything. Take it all. We'll sell everything. Oh, can't I just leave through this way?
Someone there.
Definitely can, can't you? Fuck. Fuck me, dude. This guy. To be able to just take that abuse. Just, I mean, he's shirtless and he's just being bombarded with flames. And yet he doesn't give a fuck. That is impressive. Okay, well, then I don't know if that's the right path for us. It might be better to go the other way, get the traps, and then utilize those. I don't even know how dangerous the traps are, but it's something. It's something, damn it.
I'm going to put you down.
Who said that? This guy now?
What was that?
I mean, he's unarmed, but he's got like bracers or something that... Oh, he stepped on the trap. You dead now. He's got the gloves of pugilist. Pugilist. Ah. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. Taking these traps. I always do that. Oh, and this oil. This could be good. Okay, we could set something up here. Let's make a save. And let's see here. It's not exactly where I wanted it, but this location's not suitable for trapping. My ass! Tell that to the other guy that set up all the traps. What the fuck? What does that even mean? Where do you want me to put this? Okay, so that's no good. Alright, then we'll have to rely on this sneaky little setup. Which... Unless this is a good spot. No. I'm in combat already.
You're pathetic.
Bug run. Roast him, roast him, roast him. Gotcha, bitch. There you go. Oh my god. He is charbroiled.
Can't hide from me.
Jesus. Hold on, I have to... Can't even see him. Fuck, dude. I'm gulping these potions. Okay. Gulp another one. Don't die. That bleeding, man. That bleeding is rough. Look at it. It's still going. Does food... Okay. It restores very minor amount. Let me look at the active effects here. Bleeding for another 9 seconds. Okay. But it's only one bleed. Our health regen's working. Okay, whew. But that's what it's about, man. That's what it's all about, is like trial and error, setting things up properly, figuring out what is going to work and what doesn't work. I like that shit. And it's, you know, with a real difficulty mod, this would have taken a lot more time. But we're all good. Let's save again. And yeah, we could have had a much better start where we just start in like Whiterun or something, but Um, I have to go the other way anyways. Is that other guy gonna be there? I guess we'll find out. I'm sorry, I'm not used to starting inside the Thieves Guild. Whoa, weak fear poison. That could be useful. Generate magicka. Good, good, good. I don't want to spend the entire video in the rat way. But let's do this. I don't know if that guy's gonna be there or not. See if I can't trap here. What the fuck? Alright, I don't know what locations are suitable for trapping. I'm out of my element. Alright. I guess that guy was the one I killed. So we're fine. Alrighty. Finally, out of the rat way. Hold on. I'd prefer the music to be loud. It's about as loud as we're getting, I guess. Alright. So since we've made it out, we get to pick our deity, our starting deity. So each deity offers certain benefits, passive or active abilities. And you sort of level up with your deity by doing what they like, not doing what they don't like, and by praying every day. So since we are a Dunmer, we get to pick a Dunmer deity, one of the Daedra. Azura. Nearby foes suffer weakness to magic. That's pretty good. Trap souls in her name, explore new locations, pray only at twilight, preferably outside. Boethia, that's going to be melee stuff. Murder the innocent. Malakath, improved power attacks. Mehrunes Dagon, suffer mental torment while praying to gain extra favor. Slay people who stand in your way, defile the shrines of your enemies. Or of his enemies. Afala, improves sneak attacks from behind. Molag Bal, drain attributes from nearby foes. Live as a vampire, yeah. Sheogorath. Pray to receive a random touch of madness. Pray often and receive Sheogorath's touch of madness. Never disrespect cheese. Touch of madness. It sounds kind of fun. Alright, since we're having a fun playthrough, let's do Sheogorath. And let's pray, shall we? Pray. Alright. We're now devoted to our deity at 116%. And we gained, I assume, a random touch of madness. Lost to madness. Receive a touch of madness whenever entering combat. Okay. Sounds interesting. Oh, since we're a Dunmer, we're an outsider, we have 10% more difficult to bribe, intimidate, or persuade the inhabitants of Skyrim. Wonderful. But we learn alchemy, light armor, sneak 5% faster, alteration, illusion 10% faster, destruction 15% faster. That's good. My fire-based spells do an additional 4% damage to human targets. That's handy. We also have fire resistance. That's from our gender, apparently, because we're a female Dunmer. And Dunmer blood in general provides a 50% resistance to fire. So I don't know if this is because I'm a Dunmer or not. I would assume so. But alright, there you go.
The gleaming gemstones over here.
Oh, now we got the touch of madness. I feel nothing. Now I'm worried. Oh, god damn it. He put a fireball above me, didn't he? And now I'm just a corpse in the river. God damn it. Catch. Oh, fuck. Okay. You win this round, Sheogorath. Let's try that again, shall we? We'll go with Sheogorath one more time. If he insta kills me again, then well, that's the last straw. All will kneel before me. Okay, I'm just moving. I don't know. You never know. Okay. All will kneel before me. Didn't really seem like anything happened. Mighty presence of Sheogorath leaves you. Okay, well, maybe it was something that's supposed to happen in combat, not during prayer, but alright. Anyways, that will probably bite me in the ass later, but hey, we picked Sheogorath. I don't know who ever would. Why would you ever worship him? Puts a fucking fireball above your head. Since we're here in Riften, let's head to the general shop, which is not this. We have a mod that obscures the name of people and places until we talk to them or
try the bee and barb. This place is for the working man.
Message from Brynjol.
Want now? I already explained to him that you can't get blood from a stone.
I don't think. Speaking of blood from a stone, your Debella statue is very nice.
You can't scare me with your tough talk. I'm not paying you people a single coin. Ask all you want. You can't squeeze blood from a stone.
Well, we fucked that up. We have that penalty, even though I don't think that penalty should apply to intimidation. I mean, we're some weird foreigner that, you know, casts fire magic up the ass. We should be more intimidating. It should be an intimidation bonus.
So, can I interest you in anything today?
What have you got for sale?
A bit of this and a bit of that.
Good. I'm looking for a bit of this. We don't really need any weapons. We'll keep a bow just because. And we'll keep a dagger because you never know. Beyond that, Yes, well... Once I get like oak flesh or something, well, there's a perk in the alteration tree where if you're not wearing any armor, your mage armor spells are like 100% more effective. So that's probably what we're going to be looking towards. But for now, sell all that shit. Sell that shit. You can sell... No, I guess we could put it in the museum. Sell the amethyst. Sell these fucking traps. I hate them. Alright, do you have any cool spells? Long stride grants increased movement and carry weight. Tripled when out of combat. I usually like that. I don't know if it's worth 481 bucks right now. Unbound fire. Flames randomly jump to the target or caster. Seems a little iffy. Yes, there's a book called Wabbajack, but...
Good day.
I heard you're in trouble with the Thieves Guild.
All right, pipe down. You want the whole blessed place to hear you?
Rox, I'm going to cover it for you.
You're doing me quite a favor. I won't forget it.
Yeah, well... So this is like the Good Guys Thieves Guild mod, where you don't have to, like... You don't have to beat anyone up. You don't have to steal from anyone or anything. It's just like... You can steal... I mean, it's basically like Robin Hood. But it makes it so you're not just automatically an asshole. But, like I said, our goal right now is to get to Riverwood. It'd be nice... This missive board... Okay, this... Yeah, the missive board won't be stocked until, like, a day passes. So, I guess let's just stay at the inn. Right, there's one other thing I want to configure with vitality mode. Want the widget. Yeah, before the bonus. Okay. Alright, so that'll tell us if we need to eat, drink, or sleep. That right there doesn't mean that we need to do it, but we don't currently have the benefits for doing it. So it doesn't hurt to eat, drink, or sleep right now. Okay, this tells us about the Dragonborn Gallery, the museum in Solitude. I guess let's order a meal. So for 15 bucks, we get bread, tomato soup, jug of milk, and long taffy treat. And then we automatically consume all of it. So that is pretty good. So now our stamina is increased by 30, disease resistance by 30%, health magic regeneration by 10%. And that's it. Yeah, that's it. But that's plenty. It's pretty good. Okay. Then let's just sleep. I guess I could wait. Oh, there's a game crash. I guess we expected that to happen. I'm surprised it happened so soon, considering I streamed for over 2 hours and it didn't happen. But it's going to happen throughout this playthrough. I mean, it's unavoidable, really. But yeah, 50 minutes is a little soon. All right, I don't want to quite leave it off on that, so I'll pause and get us back in. Okay. So reloading the game actually ended up changing the merchant there, his inventory. And so this time he had a spell book I did want to buy, and that was Fury. Creatures and people up to level 9 will attack anything nearby for 39 seconds. This is the start of Illusion's power. And it was only 406 gold, so I was able to afford it. So it's very nice. Now, one of the mods that we have is spell learning. So when you acquire a spell tome, you can make notes from that book. Basically, you copy the book. Then, instead of just learning it instantly from reading the book, you study the notes. So this will take 2 hours based on our current skill level. So we study it for 2 hours, and then we will learn the spell while retaining the spell tome, which we can then sell. Which makes a lot of sense. You know, why would a book be consumed by you learning from it? All right, and so now we have mastered Fury. So there we go, Fury. So that will be fun. But also, I had to pick my religion again, so we get to do we get to do his nonsense one more time. Oh, it's interesting. It didn't skyrocket to over 100%. I guess maybe the favor you get is randomized, or I don't know. All right, well that spared us for the moment. Okay. This got reset, I guess. There we go. Let's try this again. That's the big annoying thing with Skyrim and modding is crashes happen, but you can't ever really determine what caused the crash. I mean, was it me eating this food? Was it me walking up these stairs? Was it something unrelated? You know, was it some NPC interaction going on in the background, or you know, who knows? But we'll retrace our steps, go back up these stairs. No problem. I don't remember which bed you're allowed to rent. I don't have enough gold. Right, because I spent most of it on buying the spell. Then screw it. We'll skip the missives for the moment. Unless they're there now, but I doubt it.
Be careful.
Okay. Which also probably means I can't afford to hire the carriage to go to Riverwood.
Borrowed the money. You said you'd pay it back on time and for double the usual fee. I know.
Fine. If you won't listen to me, I'll find someone who will.
Let's step out into the wide world for the first time. Okay, it looks good.
Good afternoon.
I'd like to hire your carriage. It's gonna cost me like 40 gold at least.
Going straight through, or did you want to stop somewhere along the way?
Riverwood will cost me 80 gold. We're gonna need to acquire some items. But we're gonna need to acquire them legally, so I don't have to go through the Thieves Guild.
Take this and hold on to it. I'll be back for it later. I'll pay you good. Don't lose it. Time to talk. Snitch or double cross me and I'll kill you. I mean it.
Well, we acquired something, unless it's marked as stolen. It's not. Isn't there like a guard that comes up to me and... What is this guy doing?
Somebody help!
We're routed! Fall back! Did you see someone run past us now?
Yep, he went that way.
Thanks. bastard stole from me. I'll catch him though.
Good. Get his ass.
My money's on the big one.
My money's on the big one.
I cannot rest you.
I mean, I could help, but I don't want to, like,
What was that?
There you go. Level up my illusion. No, don't hit me. You're supposed to hit other things, like that horse. Ah! There we go. Now I can loot his whole corpse. Oh my god, he's got a lot of stuff on him. Does that guy want his bow back, or...
Keep walking, stranger.
Alright, well, fuck you, dude. Never getting that bow back. You'll find it in the shop. Got a Bandit Devastation, plus 36 health and magicka, increases meteors count by 1. Well, that sounds positively scintillating. Alright, let's go vendor. We're almost ready to head to Riverwood. Not that I mean, basically it just means we do Ember Shard Mine next.
You and Riften looking for trouble.
I don't give a shit what you have to say to me.
Better stay out of the Blackbriar's business.
I don't even know who they are.
So, can I interest you in anything today? Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that.
Good. Good. Here, take this. Take this. Take this. This. Alright, well, we definitely have enough money now. That's good. The shovel, I suppose. I guess I could sell this book back to him for $7.
Good day.
Good day to you, sir. Alrighty then. What the fuck, dude? Jesus Christ. Blackbeard up in my face. The sun is setting as we depart from Riften. Maybe we'll come back and do the Thieves Guild at some point, but there's so many other quests, like new quests and stuff, that probably you've never seen if you haven't played any mods, that I think that's a better way to spend our time.
Good afternoon. Where do you want to go? Going straight through, or did you want to stop somewhere along?
Riverwood.
Back and we'll be off.
Good, good. Good.
Sun feels good, huh?
Sun feels great. And there we go. Riverwood. A pleasant little village. It is 8:40 p.m. All is well. All is quiet. That being said, I don't really need to sleep, and I don't know if I'd really want to spend the money. So mayhap we'll just leave it off here, and next time we'll get to some proper adventures. Now that we have illusion magic, we should be able to do some damage. Not us directly, but you know what I mean. Alrighty, it's a good enough start. My name is Mangg. Game watching has been Living Skyrim. I'll see you fine folks in the next part.